Hey there, welcome to the Movie Review Mom YouTube channel. If this is the very first time you've been here, yay! I've been waiting for you. My goal is to save you time and money by giving you the inside scoop on filmmaking quality and content so that you can decide whether or not you want to spend time or money or both watching a particular film. And if you're a returning subscriber, yay, thank you so much for coming back. As you know, I always read all of the comments that you all leave, so keep posting them down below. So today, the movie I'm reviewing is called A Good Enough Day. This dramatic film is available on Amazon Prime Video or Apple TV. It's currently not rated, although I would probably give it maybe a PG-13. So that movie is an hour and 23 minutes. So my overall movie review mom grade is a B+. All right, so I'm going to give you an overview in a nutshell, and then I'll point out things that I liked, things I didn't like. I'll offer tips for parents, interesting lines, funny lines, and recommendations for other films that are sort of related or similar that you might also really like. All right, so in a nutshell, the story is about a man who is facing his imminent death and how he attempts to make amends and a human connection with people in his life that he had created distance with after a tragedy that happened in his life 10 years prior. The film was directed by Trevor St. John, who also stars in it. Screenwriting credits go to Trevor St. John, as well as Brett Clothier-Sharman and Graham Sharman. So quick tips for parents. I think kids are going to be completely bored. So might some adults. It's just adults talking during the entire film. There is talk of the death of a young son and talk of assisted suicide. Some of the themes that are illustrated very well are love and loss, grief, the desire to make a difference in our life, connection, life and death, regrets, guilt, redemption, hard conversations, and assisted suicide. Did I already say that one? So there's a long list of things that I really liked about this film. First of all, Trevor St. John is absolutely fantastic in this. We hear the voices of other actors and see a couple of others, but for the most part, the camera is exclusively on just one person, who is Trevor St. John. We hear some beautiful music at the very beginning of the film and at the very end of the film. The movie was filmed in beautiful Spokane, Washington. My husband's parents used to live there, and we visited several times. The story is quite simple. It's a slow observation of someone's acceptance of his impending death as he tries to make sense of his mistakes. So I really enjoyed that exploration. It's very slow moving, it's very heartfelt, and it's very sincere in its attempt to display what could be the last hours of someone's life. Now, as far as the list of things I didn't like, I only wrote one thing, and that is that the movie is slow moving and very introspective. And some viewers will be very bored by that. If you know going in that that's what this movie is all about, you'll be fine. But if you don't watch the trailer and have no idea and are expecting, some comedy or action movie, you're going to be sadly mistaken and disappointed. So I always write down funny lines and interesting lines, but I didn't write down anything funny because it really is a drama. But I did write down some interesting lines that I thought were really good and really speak to the themes of this film. So first of all, there's this Christian neighbor who works inside of a church, and it's apparently just right next door to this guy's house. And so he's never gone in it. He doesn't really know anybody there, but he's looking for answers about his life and the meaning of his life. And so he wanders in to pray, to find some sense of solace. And this woman in the church who works there somehow has this conversation with him. And these are some of the things that were said. First of all, the Christian woman says, focus on the gifts of the good days, because, he's just thinking of all the mistakes and the regrets that he has. Another thing that she says to him is there's always hope for happiness to reach you. And I love that even in his last hours, there is hope. Another thing she says is, God is love and he already forgave me. And I love that again, she's trying to teach him love and hope in the last few moments of his life. And then he says, I wish I, and then he stops himself because you expect him to say, I wish I had done this differently or that differently. But instead he says, I wish I have many regrets. And she taught this same Christian woman, she teaches him, we all have regrets and it's okay. It's normal. You're normal. And I love that she was there for him during that time. So there were a lot of movies I thought of instantly as I was watching this one. The first one is called Meet Joe Black. First of all, it has the very handsome Brad Pitt, kind of at the peak of his handsomeness, I would say, his young, handsome days. And then it has the fantastic Academy winning Sir Anthony Hopkins. I mean, you can't go wrong with those two guys, right? Anyway, it's fascinating, and it takes a look at death, who's played by Brad Pitt, as he reaches out to Anthony Hopkins to say, time's up. But there's obviously much more to the movie than that. It's really well done. I've seen it many times. Another fantastic movie is The Bucket List, as two older guys facing imminent death because of cancer have to decide how they're going to live out the rest of their days. And it's just so touching, also very funny. And then kind of a classic is The Fault in Our Stars, where two young people have cancer and are contemplating their young lives and what else they can do. And it's a rom-com and just a really nice reflection on life as well. All right, that's it. Kind of a short review. If you like my reviews and they help you decide what to watch, give them a thumbs up and subscribe. And be sure and visit me on social media. I'm all over Instagram as both Trina Boice, my author name, where you can learn about my books, my online courses, my products and shenanigans, or you can also find me there as Movie Review Mom. Have a fantastic day, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye for now.